Sick and twisted, basically.
Right. Biker books it is then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now what is the most important thing I've got to ask you, Craig? What star sign are you?
Aquarius.
Mr. Freedom. Mr. Freedom Fighter.
I'd like to believe so.
So you're thinking leather, rubber...
Metal.
Metal.
The jacket, shoulder padified, some skulls on there.
It's like sort of a destroyer look about the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yes,
As if I've been through the wars.
Yes, exactly. Have you got a name that you might reflect for you?
Moga.
Oh, fantastic. What does that mean?
It's like an abbreviation of transmogrification.
Oh my God.
Or transmogrify. It means to change magically.
Oh, what are you going to change magically into, Craig?
A superhero.
Of course.
If we can get our water.
With an hour to go to the test zone, when the teams get to road test their equipment on real smoke, the green team start to build their water filter out of an old garden pump and some tubing. By pricking holes in the tube, the water will spray out to create a mist that the smoke will get caught in.
Just wants more pressure. I'll get someone. Got me to do it, I've got arms.
The red team are also working on the equipment they want to try out in the test zone. They're going to test different types of filters to see which will be the most effective with their one big extractor fan. They're using olive oil on their filters so that smoke particles stick to it as they're drawn through by the fan.
Do we want vegetable oil or olive oil, gents?
I only go for the best olive oil. Yeah.
Best olive oil, do you think?
Yeah.
Geraint starts soaking the filter materials they want to test in the oil.
What would Jamie Oliver say?
Before long, Seth has had enough of the practicalities of how he's going to clear the chamber of gas and concentrates on how he's going to look.
If we get another bit of padding for this side.
And then something on the back. We're not going to use that, but something bigger than that.
If we get a rough idea.
Filter pack. So then have your tubes coming round in, not this is too small.
Quite industrial, that, guys. He's looking sort of, you know.
Well, we'll hold up cyberpunk. That's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what we like.
How do you drive, anybody?
While looking for more hairdryer fans, Craig has a stroke of luck as he discovers the green team have scavenged a cigarette smoke purifying filter. This gives them the idea to combine material filters with their water spray curtain in order to double the strength of the filter.
Well, that smells lovely.
There you go. That's how your acrid smoke. You've got the crystals in there to keep it dry, and the filter as well as.
What's that off?
Jem tests it's not blocked.
Oh no.
Hey, does anything?
It's the breath, mate.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's what it is.
It doesn't work on breath.
Hey.
Here we go, Craig, Mr. Bodybuilder. Very, very butch.
While Venetia gets on with designing their superhero costumes, our teams rush to finish their equipment for the test zone with only 20 minutes to go. The red team prepare their filters and fan. Meanwhile, the green team mount 3 of their 7 hairdryer fans into a piece of ducting in which they've already fitted their water filter and material filters.
It's going to take as much smoke out of the air as possible. We'll just have to see how it goes. Something like that will work anyway.
In just a few hours' time, the contestants will have to clear this chamber full of poisonous gas. If their equipment fails, they will look like one pathetic loser of a superhero. But now it's time for the test zone, where the teams get a mini version of the chamber and just half an hour to test their gear.
Craig, the pressure is on you now. What are you testing?
Basically, we're going to be testing this ductwork with 3 hairdryer fans that we've had built into the end. There's also a water curtain that's going to be used inside it to create a spray mist.
All right, Jem, what about filtering the gas?
Filtering, we've got... Well, this was a bit of a find by the lads. It may or may not work, but it is actually an air purifier filter.
Okay.
So it like filters cigarette smoke from rooms, that kind of thing. We're going to try that. The next we've got is this is just normal gauze. Just
like medical kind of gauze.
Yeah, exactly. Initially I thought it was Griff's knee support.
That's big.
Yeah, but he claims it was for his wrist.
Jem, explain how...
So the green team have narrowed their choice of filters down to 2. First tested is the air purifier and water mist.
The mini chamber of poison.
The teams are given a smoke capsule that creates a density of smoke just like the one they'll be facing in the chamber of poison. If the equipment is any good, the green dye will be filtered out and the air in the mini chamber will become clear.
Craig, how you feeling watching nothing happen, looks to me? I mean, there's nothing happening.
Those tiny fans aren't even moving the smoke, let alone clearing it.
I think that is a failure on that filter.
I think we've failed.
Let's pull the smoke out of there and forget the cigarette filter.
I think
the air purifier is a failure. Their only hope now is the medical gauze and water mist. Otherwise, all their work until now will have been a waste of time.
It's not getting that clear.
No, yeah, but it's not damping it as much anyway, is it?
The gauze is working slightly better, but the gas still isn't clearing.
There's a lot of smoke in there.
The half hour in the test zone is over, and the green team have had a shocker.
That has got to be a monumental screw-up. You're down and you're disappointed and you're going, ooh, a lot of ifs and maybes. And you've got less than 3 hours to make all of this work and battle the Nemesis and save these hostages.
The test zone has been a disaster for the green team with a superhero rating of 0 out of 10.
A lot of talk going on, and I think
if they can't build something that works in 3 hours, they will fail the challenge and become super zeros, not superheroes. In part 3, the Reds' designs are cruising.
You are going to be the locust on an insect.
Brilliant.
While the greens are still losing.
Whoa.
This is Zero to Hero. We've given Craig and Cess just 1 day to build themselves into superheroes. In a few hours, they'll enter the smoke-filled Chamber of Poison. Using their power, they must reduce the level of gas and rescue the 2 hostages from the toxic bombs hurled by the Evil Nemesis.
Before the break, the green team left the test zone broken men after 2 disastrous filter tests and have got to start building their superhero from scratch.
Cess, let's find out if your equipment...
Can the red team do better?
So what are you going to be testing?
Well, we've got a couple different materials that we're going to give a go.
Yeah.
Now, Cess is going to test the extractor fan he got out of a ventilation pipe and put it in some steel casing with 2 different filters, which have both been soaked in olive oil. The first filter tested is coconut matting, which is a dense, tight-knit material.
Just think, Cess, that could be you in there, in a huge chamber, filling up with smoke.
If the mini chamber becomes clearer, it means the equipment is taking the dye out of the air successfully.
It's quite good stuff, isn't it?
That is quite good stuff.
So I think we've made some progress. Or smoke there to start.
The second filter tested is steel wool, which is less dense and will allow more airflow through it than the coconut matting.
What do you think? Do you think this will work? Do you think this will work better?
I think it's already worked. It's already worked better.
The steel wool is proving to be an excellent filter. It's much better than the coconut matting, as it is less dense, and that huge fan is sucking more smoke through it.
15 seconds, 20 seconds.
What's going through your head, Cess?
It's looking good.
Yeah?
That's what's going through my head.
Yeah? I would say that's about a 5 out of 10, because you're only halfway there, really.
Yeah, but you've got to remember that for Cess, it's style that's most important, and we've worked out already what the style's going to be. So we're more than halfway there. So we've got to be more than...
The red team leave the test zone in great shape, while the green team have got to come up with a brand new plan. With 2.5 hours to go, Craig is starting to sweat and decides that his filters work fine, but the small hairdryer fans just aren't powerful enough.
Do you want to give this one?
Luckily, they brought up this car radiator fan from the scavenge. With a new fan plan, they have to find new casing to mount it in, as the metal box is too small. The team of bodybuilders decide that one of the huge rubbish bins from the work zone will be perfect to mount the fan in.
So that's all right then. So that is how we're going to have it. We're going to have it mounted up there.
Shoulder like that, yeah.
The final part of their new plan is to suck more smoke into the filter by sticking hairdryer fans in the end of ducts and attaching them to Craig's arms.
I am a Dalek.
It looks like the green team finally realized size does matter, but is time running out for them? They're going to attach the car radiator fan to the base of the bin, sucking smoke up through a water mist, which filters out some of the smoke particles. A secondary filter of wet gauze is put on top of the bin, which extracts even more smoke. The hairdryer fans are attached to the ducts, which will suck even more smoke into the path of the big fan, and then through the filters.